Why is Greenland so important to the U.S.? Greenland sits between North America and Europe, directly on the shortest missile and military routes between the U.S., Russia, and China. That's why the U.S. runs Thule Space Base there, a critical hub for missile warning, space tracking, and Arctic defense. But now, the story is shifting. As Arctic ice melts, new shipping routes are opening, cutting weeks off global trade, and Greenland sits right beside them. That's when tensions spilled into the open. Then come the resources, rare earth minerals, uranium, untapped energy. Trump said, "We need Greenland," warning that Russian and Chinese ships are expanding their presence in the Arctic. Denmark fired back. Frederickson warned that any U.S. military move on Greenland would mean the end of NATO.
Welcome to Baffin Island. Located in Canada, it's a part of the Arctic Archipelago, a collection of over 36,000 islands north of the Canadian mainland in the Arctic Sea. Baffin is the largest of these, covering an area of over 500,000 kilometers. It's the largest island in Canada and fifth largest in the world.
This is a corner of the world's largest container terminal, the Yangshan Deepwater Port in China. No people, no drivers, just endless self-driving trucks moving containers like ghosts on another planet. It's efficient, it's futuristic, but it also feels empty. A glimpse of a future where machines take over and humans just watch. In a country with over 1 billion people, what happens when there's no work left to do?
At night, in one of the world's most advanced ports, dozens of trucks move in perfect harmony, but there's not a single driver inside. This is the Long Beach Container Terminal in California, where AI-controlled vehicles transport massive containers day and night with zero human input. Each one follows invisible digital lanes guided by lasers and satellites, never making a mistake. This is not a sci-fi movie. It's the future of logistics happening right now. Would you trust AI to run our highways next? Want some more? Then stay.
This is Jake Tapper of CNN interviewing White House policy advisor Stephen Miller, the man who Steve Bannon described as President Trump's prime minister, the guy who gets stuff done. Listen to what he has to say about natural resources and the United States approach to the Western Hemisphere.
The United States, this is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere. We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower.
Thank me for being here. Hello to all the lying liars and the fake news. I invited you here to watch me yell at another world leader. My guest today is a man they call Canada, Prime Minister Mark Carney. He's doing the chicken dance. Can you believe it? In fact, I'd like to see that.
What?
Do the chicken dance and I'll take 2% off the tariff on steel.
2% is 2%. 2% is 2%.
There are various COVID drugs. Many people think they are a miracle that saved millions of lives. Others disagree with the CDC being ripped apart over this question. I want the answer, and I want it now.
But let me start with something you haven't heard about today. And you know, I've been pushing for a National Royal Commission into our COVID response repeatedly. It's a no-brainer, right? We need to know what we got right and what we got wrong for next time, surely. In Canada, some political activists and concerned citizens got so sick of government intransigence that they decided to set up their own inquiry. The very professional and well-resourced National Citizens Inquiry is travelling around Canada taking evidence on COVID measures, treatments, restrictions, and even the media coverage.
Here's another little fact. Because the congressmen that vote on the budget got into office by being paid for their campaigns by rich people who don't like taxes. So the political system says spend, but don't tax us. So we run a chronic deficit in the United States. That spending goes out either as transfer payments or goods and services, and that's more than our national income, which is about $30 trillion, and our spending is about $31 trillion. And that's our trade deficit. And for that, Donald Trump blames the world. Okay, I fail him for this if he were my student.
One thing I can promise you this. I will always tell you the truth.
The Washington Post and other fact checkers have found that Donald Trump tells more lies and falsehoods than any president in either party in history. The count is over 20,000.